the high seas, Pisces. Cast my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hey Capricorn, happy birthday you guys, and welcome to your January 2019 reading. Happy New Year to you all. Honestly, I cannot believe that I'm recording this video right now because there's a lot of intense energy, and honestly, I had a really bad dream that I woke up from today that has really put me in the energy that I believe I needed to be put in to do the Capricorn reading. For those of you who are interested in astrology, Capricorn, Pluto is in your sign. And Pluto in astrology is literally the ruler of hell. So, you know, there's some symbolism going on there. And I just kind of wanted to briefly say at the beginning of your video, Capricorns are really feeling some of that dark, negative energy because of all the energy in your sign. Pluto, Saturn, the south node of karma, the sun, we had the moon there on the 5th of December. So there was a new moon in your sign, Capricorn, this month. And that was all about setting new intentions. Okay, this is an eclipse. So there was a partial eclipse in your sign. So shout out to the Capricorns out there who are just still holding it down, still moving forward and trying to stay grounded the best that they can. So what I have for you here is a reading that I do every year for Capricorn season. I did it last year. And since Capricorn is the 10th house, I work with 10 cards and I form what looks like a mountain. Okay, so we're going to be talking today about some of the things that could be potential obstacles in January, or just obstacles for you as you watch this reading. And you know, I do this in honor of Capricorn energy because Capricorns are the mountain goats, okay? So this is all about the climb in January, okay? So as far as houses go, Capricorn, January is all about your first house and your second house. So this is going to be quite simple for you. And this is why I'm starting with the Capricorn video. You're my first video of January to do. So first couple of weeks of January is going to be all about who you are. You know, you may feel a bit alone because the first house is all about self and kind of being alone. It's about your personality, Capricorn. So there's a lot of things that are going on as far as who you are as a person. And, you know, who it is that you're going to be in 10 years or who it is that you'd like to turn into be. And then at the end of January, when we head into Aquarius season, this is going to be more of that second house energy of worth and value, possessions, things like that, okay? So we're going to get started with the reading, Capricorn. I just want you guys to know, for any of you out there who are feeling a very, you know, in January you could be feeling strange energies, very dark energies. Especially today, I just decided to record this on January 12th. Pluto is at 21 degrees. The sun is at 22 degrees. So Pluto and the sun have been very close together over the last couple days. And it's a very ominous energy, but I believe this all happened for a reason. And, you know, there's a lot of symbolism that I'm seeing here. If you can see, I don't know if you guys can see that orb of light there, but when I first lit that candle, that orb was, you know, there's nothing there. Ooh, it's really warm though. But there is a beam of light. So let's just get into this reading. So we're going to start with the foundation, right, Capricorn? This is where we always start when we're climbing mountains. You want to create a strong foundation for yourself. So this is what I'm considering the foundation of this reading. We're going to start and work our way up to the top of this mountain. These two cards actually came out together, so I guess I'll read them together. And they came out like this. So when I first started shuffling for you, Capricorn, this is what I saw, and there is a card underneath it. So this is the Judgment card and the Fool card. Okay, so let's talk about the Judgment card first. All right, it does not surprise me that the card, and I knew this card would come out for you. I just knew it. This is the ruling card for Pluto energy. Okay, so you know, Pluto and Capricorn is obviously well worth mentioning for you guys in January, because this energy is very deep. It's dark. It's the ruler of hell, the ruler of the underworld, Hades, you know what I mean? Scorpio's ruling planet. So if any of you guys are dealing with Scorpios, this could be why, because Capricorn is really filled with this dark, ominous energy, and it's not necessarily negative. It's just very deep subconsciously, okay? Very emotional. Transformation. It's all about death. Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth, okay? And it's interesting that the Judgment card is coming up here, which is the ruler of Pluto for you guys. So Pluto coming up. The Judgment card itself, other than being Pluto, is all about second chances. It's about answering a call. So you guys may, you know, get certain calls in January that you're really going to want to answer. Now, it might not be a phone call. This could be a call from up above. We see here in this depiction of the Judgment card that there's these golden gates. And I always, you know, I'm not really religious, but this looks like the gates to heaven, or some sort of heavenly realm, I should say. And then there's this person who has obviously climbed, who knows how long or how high these stairs are, you know what I'm saying? This could just be a small portion of those stairs, you know, they could be, you know, really, really long staircase. But, you know, this is basically a depiction of someone being risen up, you know, someone who's being kind of teleported, or just, you know, they're just rising in the light. So this is some kind of awakening, all right, or resurrection. This is a resurrection of energy. And you may feel this in January, especially with Pluto's influence. But the Judgment card is a second opportunity, okay? Something that was dead that is no longer dead. Now, with the Sun and Pluto coming together, there is going to be this aspect of life and death, Capricorn. So things that you thought were alive may be dead. Things that you thought were dead may all of a sudden show signs of life again. That's the whole energy of a resurrection. That Scorpio energy of, you know, death being an illusion. And really, it's a process of being reborn. You know, energy cannot die. It cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. So Capricorn, you guys are all learning this in different ways, on different levels, depending on where your Capricorn energy is and the kind of person you are. But Pluto is teaching Capricorn these energies, especially around the 11th and the 12th of January, when the Sun and Capricorn were the Sun and Pluto were together in Capricorn. So you guys are being called in January with this Pluto energy, okay? And it came out with the Fool card. So this is like a second opportunity to take some sort of risk. You may be called to start something new in January, Capricorn, that may involve a leap of faith or some kind of risk. But the Fool card is the start of a new journey completely. It's the 0 card. All right, so this is like some kind of transformation because of something new happening, or, you know, maybe you've reached the edge, okay? The Fool is always at the edge of a cliff, and they jump because they're trusting in this new journey that they're starting. So we've got depictions here. If you really look, it looks as if these women in this card are the same. If you can see it's a little bright, but you can see in the Judgment card that her hand is kind of, you know, in the same direction as the Fool. So Capricorn is starting a new journey, and this journey is destined, all right? This is the South Node coming up here too, okay? It's Saturn. It's all these planets in Capricorn that have helped you, okay? It's very magical, I'm seeing, and you're going to really have to have faith in this second chance or second opportunity, or this awakening for some kind of new beginning. So I'm really feeling a lot of energy with the Judgment card and the Fool. To me, this is like taking a risk at a second chance. Now remember, all these cards can be potential obstacles as a part of this mountain. So your foundation here is being built on a second chance at something. This could be a relationship. This could be a job offer. It could be a family member. You know, all of you are going to have these awakenings in different ways, but this is definitely about a new journey. You guys may have a second opportunity to start over in January. You know, it is a new year. This is about starting back at 1, starting back at 0 rather. Okay, now the next card that came out was the Knight of Pentacles. So we got a Virgo showing up here. It doesn't have to be a Virgo. You guys probably have Virgo energy somewhere, but this is about movement. And this card actually came up for you, Capricorn, in my new moon video for Capricorn. So if you guys haven't watched that, you might want to watch that. So we have all these knights in tarot, okay? And the knights are usually carrying some sort of message, or they're moving towards some sort of message. Okay, this could be coming or going. This could be you on this horse or someone to you, coming to you. But I do feel like this is you, Capricorn, especially because this is the second time this has come up for you for January. So this is about moving a bit slower, okay? This could be a little bit of an obstacle too. This is you or someone else in your life. This could even be financial, because this is the Knight of Pentacles. So this is about moving forward in a very grounded way, putting your best foot forward, even if that means moving a little bit slower. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is one of the slowest moving knights, but because of his slow movement, he's more practical and he's more logical, more grounded, and he actually winds up delivering more accurately than the Knight of Cups per se, or the Knight of Wands. You know, the Knight of Wands is sometimes too quick. The Knight of Swords is sometimes too quick. So the Knight of Pentacles is all about moving, but moving a bit slower, especially when you're climbing a mountain, Capricorn, like this one. It's all about watch. You know how it is when you're on a mountain, metaphorically. You got to watch your foot, because one wrong step can send you tumbling down that mountain and potentially to your death. You know, it's really interesting. We do have the planet of death down here, a new beginning, okay? This is definitely something that wasn't dead and that has new life now. These doors of light, like I feel like the sun moving over Pluto really did something for Capricorn. It really is the true start. So on the 12th, on the 11th, on the 12th, there was something that sparked for Capricorn. You may not feel it till later on in the month, because your focus is here, you know, how you can move forward in your best way. How can you be more practical? This is a message to you or from you, and it's a very practical message. It could be about finances or just something of value. This could be that second house energy. Maybe you guys have been waiting on this new beginning, because this is stagnance. Sometimes the Knight of Pentacles is so slow that people feel like it's, you know, not coming fast enough. It's very stagnant. So when I see the Knight of Pentacles, it's about, you know, something somebody has waited on, you know, for a long time, maybe since last winter. So this is like a very slow new beginning resurrecting in January for you, Capricorn. It may come in at the end of January, but this is apparently something that you've hung on to, or something that's your comfort zone. Maybe your comfort zone is slowing you down in this case. Maybe it's linked to some kind of Virgo energy. But we have the Four of Pentacles here. And the Four of Pentacles is the miser card. It's, you know, the white knuckling, really hanging on tightly to something. And you want to be careful of that in January. This could definitely be one of the obstacles for you, which is, you know, that penny pinching energy, hanging on very tightly to money, you know, and afraid to kind of take a risk. Okay, this could be like a financial risk. I am seeing something here about risking your money for a second chance or something like that, or maybe risking your stability, because the Four of Pentacles is all about your foundation and your stability. So it's really interesting that we have a number 4 card. Okay, 4 in astrology is all about foundation, and we have that to sum up the foundation section of your reading. So this is about, you know, letting go a little bit of maybe finances or an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Just because money is slow in January, that doesn't mean that there's not a new beginning resurrecting here. You know, you're really going to have to risk something here, you know, with your something here. You're going to have to risk something here. Maybe letting go is a risk, but you're going to have to. Okay? But this is a potential obstacle. So the only problem with the Four of Pentacles is, yes, this person has 4 coins, okay? So that's $40, $40,000, however much money this is to a person. The coins are symbolizing something they're hanging on to. It could be anything that makes you comfortable, something you can physically touch. Sometimes this is a relationship. It's going to be different for all of you. But I just want you to ask yourself, what is it in January that you're hanging on to about your foundation? Is it where you live? Is it the people you live with? Is it the relationship you're in? Is it a job that's keeping you stuck somewhere? Is it financial problems? Is money coming in too slow, so you feel like you have to hang on to every little bit of coin that you have? That's a lot of anxiety, Capricorn. But luckily, you're leaving that behind in January. For those of you who take a risk on a second chance from the past. Okay, we do have the past here, transformation. Okay, there's some kind of new beginning coming in slowly, but I think it'll come in faster if you let go, because both of these people here, They have got a death grip on the coin. Okay, if you look at both those people, they are really hanging on to that Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or to that, you know, financial situation, that job, whatever, that house. And so if you don't let go of what you have, you'll never have room for what you want. And that's coming from the words of a Capricorn. Steve Harvey said that. He told a story one time about a broke down car that he had out in his driveway. And he would tell his mom, you know, some of you know this story. Mom, I'm going to get a new car. I'm going to get a new car someday. And she'd be like, yeah, but where's your old one at? She kept asking him, where's the old one at? And long story short, he didn't get a new car. He knew he would get a new car, but he didn't get a new car until he cleared space for that new car. He didn't even have a place to put the new car. So until he got rid of the car that didn't even have any tires, it was up on cinder blocks. He got that car towed. Not even, I don't know how quick it was, but soon later he got a brand new car. And that's what his mom was trying to tell him. He's a Capricorn. So Capricorn, you're all about responsibility. You know, you're a very strong earth sign. So this is even though this is my Virgo energy card, Capricorn's all about movement because you're a cardinal sign, and the Knights are about movement too. So this is about movement in your finances, okay? I think you guys are trying to be practical about finances because of, you know, all the Capricorn energy going on. Maybe you're thinking about your long term. Maybe you're just trying to save finances, okay? Let's move up this mountain. We have more financial energy. So I know that most of you watching are really, really trying to gain some sort of financial balance because this is the Six of Pentacles. This is the 50-50 equal give and take card. There is a balance scale there, so some of you could be dealing with a Libra. We have more earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, financial, money, tangible, materialistic energy. This is all about balance financially. Not just financially, but balance between what you give and what you receive. Some of you may have children involved. Some of you could have 1, 2, 3, or even more children, but, you know, at least one child. And those of you who have 3 children around you, you're really resonating here because I see three children there, 2 boys and a girl, but it could be, you know, there's just children somewhere in the situation. So I'm getting a child support vibe, maybe even going to court for some kind of money, you know what I'm saying, that may involve children. So, you know, besides that, don't worry if that's not what your situation is. To me, this is about, you know, this is a situation where somebody is no longer going to give what they're not receiving. It don't got to be money. It can be anything. You know, don't give your time, your energy, or your money or anything, Capricorn, if you're not getting that back in return. Make sure that you are giving just as much as you're receiving and that you're receiving just as much as you're giving. The scales need to balance out at this point financially for some of you, for sure. This is a card of charity. So I feel like some of you may feel like either you're giving to charity, and I don't mean like real charity. Some of you might be, but you know what I'm saying? When you feel like someone's giving you something just because they feel sorry for you, or they're giving you something out of charity, like there's no charity here, okay? I'm done giving to you. Like some of you are giving to people financially, and you may be getting a little bit tired of that because you're noticing, you know, like look at all this energy that you have with these pentacles. I mean, you have 3 pentacle cards back to back. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles, and then the 6 of Pentacles. So you guys are really trying to avoid financial poverty, which is why the 5 is missing, because you jumped to the 4 to the 6. So that's 5 is missing. The 5 of Pentacles isn't here, but it talks all about being homeless and being poor. And I think you guys are really trying to, you know, be responsible and move past ever feeling homeless again, ever having to reach out. You know, you want to be responsible and independent, Capricorn. You want to climb this mountain on your own so that at the end of the day, you can say you did it for yourself and by yourself. You know, the worst thing for a Capricorn is somebody throwing it in their face that they did this, that, and the third for them, or that you wouldn't have this if it wasn't for me. Like, you guys fear that. So this is about really, really, you know, reaching financial balance. And anything that you can give to a person, you know, also being received on the other end, especially if there's children involved. Financial balance, some of you guys may be expecting, and financial balance is really important in January because you're thinking about your future when this child comes. All right, there's nothing scarier than that kind of energy there. But for the rest of you, you know, This is about no longer accepting crumbs from people who you've always been there for. You know, it's going to depend on the kind of Capricorn you are and what situation you're in. But all I can say is it's best if there's equal give and take. Meet me in the middle, financially, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I'm no longer giving what I'm not receiving from other people. Okay, because there is a crumb aspect here. There's someone here with their hand out, all right, and you guys are gonna know who I'm talking about immediately. So I don't know what I just had a thought. I'm not sure what it was, but I guess I'll move on. It might come back to me. It was something about that Six of Pentacles energy. Maybe it was the whole handout thing. You know what I mean? Something like that. You know, I don't know, guys. We'll come back to it at the end. But for now, let's move on to the Nine of Pentacles, which to me is very much the center, or not Nine of Pentacles, sorry. Some of you guys could be single since I said the Nine of Pentacles, but this is the Nine of Swords, and it's right in the middle of everything. So this is the, oh, I know what I was going to say about the Six of Pentacles. This might come into effect when the sun moves into your second house, because at the end of January, you're no longer going through your first house of solar return. You're going through, you know, the second house, which has everything to do with your resources. You know, what possessions do you have? So this is going to be around the time in January, like mid-January, where Capricorn starts to get a little bit anxiety, especially those of you who are on the latter end, where you're not getting as much as you're giving. You know what I'm saying? So this might be what anxiety is about. But yeah, that's what I was going to say, is that when that second house energy comes in, that's all about your money at the end of January. And the most of February is about that too. Okay, so as you move from that first house to that second house, you're going to have some decisions to make financially, because you don't want to juggle anymore. Especially those of you who have children, okay? Because there's a lot of anxiety in the center of your reading. The center of your mountain, the core of the situation, is anxiety for you in January, Capricorn. You know, the Nine of Swords is all about someone who's laying in a bed of thoughts. So you guys might not be getting a lot of sleep in January. You know, that's no surprise, because Pluto is really working hard. That's dark subconscious energy. This could even provoke certain nightmares, just like me. I'm a Capricorn rising. So my first house is Capricorn, and last night, while that sun and that Pluto were together, I didn't sleep until about 7:30 a.m. and I didn't wake up until about 2. Okay, so this could be staying up at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the morning and maybe having some dark thoughts, some anxiety. Anxiety is keeping someone awake here in January, and I think it has to do with either financial balance, not receiving as much as you're getting, or it has something to do with wanting to leave somewhere that is emotionally unstable for you. Because we go from the Nine of Swords to the Six of Swords. So we've got some Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy here. It doesn't have to be that sign, but it's about communication. It's about our thoughts. It's about, you know, our mental state. So we've got some of that coming up here. I don't know if there's something that you want to say, Capricorn, that's keeping you up late at night. But there is definitely a potential obstacle in January for you guys that centers around not getting enough sleep, not sleeping comfortably, having all these thoughts in January, potentially about wanting to leave a situation. Now, there is someone here who has a child, at least one child. You're trying to get you and your child to a different location. This is a very dark cave. You know, I can never tell if this is coming into the cave or if it's going out. And I guess that's up to you, Capricorn. If you're going to stay in this dark cave, this Pluto, Saturn, South Node energy, or if you're going to go to the light, okay? Because the sun is here as well, lighting your way. So, you know, some of you guys are moving out of this cave of dark energy and into the light where you can become more aware, you can have more clarity. You know, emotionally, this is all about moving on to a more stable situation. Okay, making the mental decision to move physically. This is moving on mentally, physically, and emotionally. All right, and for some of you, there is a child involved. Maybe it's I see a little boy again, but it doesn't have to be. It could be it doesn't matter. This could be your inner child. You know, whenever I see children in the tarot, if you don't have kids, it's about your inner child, or maybe it's someone else's child. Maybe it's just a youthful energy. Maybe it's your innocence. Maybe someone needs to move on to protect their innocence, to protect their purity. And that makes sense because there is a full moon in Leo at the end of the month. And for you, Capricorn, I believe that's your 8th house. Yeah. That's your 8th house of intimacy and stuff like that. So lots of heavy energy, Capricorn. But this is about making your mind up, you know, especially paired here with the 9 of Swords. This is definitely interesting. Someone is up late at night because they want to figure out a way how to move on. You know, even in this card, the light is trying to come in on this darkness. And this woman has clearly stayed up until the sun has come up. And that's like me. That's really resonating with me. I don't know if that's resonating with you guys. But she has stayed up until the sun has came out. That's how much she's thinking. That's how much anxiety she has. This is having anxiety over something that you want to complete. You know, you want to move on. But there's so much light here. There's so much light here. So this is definitely some kind of situation. Now, some of you could have anxiety because someone else is leaving. Maybe it has something to do with some traveling going on, because we do have travel here with the 6 of Swords. This is literally about movement. Okay, it's about travel. And we do have that with the Knight of Pentacles down there. So that tells me that, you know, some of you don't have the funds. Some of you guys don't have the right amount of finances to move. So you're stuck in a place that would be considered a dark cave for you. A place that you don't get much sleep at. You're not very comfortable there. There's a lot of anxiety for some reason. Okay, this anxiety has to do with a new beginning that isn't coming fast enough. Potentially with an Aries or a Virgo. I am seeing Aries and Virgo somehow linked to this anxiety. Alright, but there is, in January, there is a financial balance resurrecting from the past. So there might be even karmic money that's coming to you guys through court, through some sort of legality. And that's just for some of you. Now, others of you have anxiety over some kind of court situation that may or may not involve money or another earth sign. And again, this is about moving on from things that are making you unstable emotionally. Let's move up this mountain. We're getting closer and closer to the top, Capricorn, which means we were getting closer and closer to a decision that you have to make. Okay, we have the 2 of Wands. This is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. The 2 of Wands to me is all about a portal that someone is standing in between. And look, there's always this house. I'm always drawn to the house in this picture because it looks so new. You know, either someone is moving out or they're moving in, or they're in a really weird situation in between in January. Now remember, this is all potential obstacles. So this decision for some of you may be about obstacles in the home environment. Moving out, moving in a weird, you're in between houses, in between homes or something. You know what I mean? This is a decision for some of you about a home. You know, but for others of you, if it doesn't have to do with a home environment, this is a decision between comfort and growth. Remember, we had your comfort zone down here. Some of you guys have a very comfortable foundation. But unfortunately, that has slowed you down. And it may or may not be a missed opportunity at a new beginning from your past. Whatever that might mean to you guys. Because now we have, whenever I see the 4 of Pentacles with the 2 of Wands, my guides are definitely telling me that this is a message about comfort and growth. Both of those cards talk about comfort zones, okay, that you're hanging on to. But when you come to the 2 of Wands, this is usually a person who's at the top of a balcony. So you're very much getting to the top here, Capricorn, the very tip top of a mountain. And, you know, you're looking out to your future. And I think you're considering, you know, all that you've been through and all that you will go through. Usually this person is holding a world in their hand. So you're thinking about your world. You're thinking about your destiny, your long-term goals, and your future. And, you know, it's 2 different paths now. You know, comfort and growth usually don't go together. If you're going to be comfortable, there's not going to be any growth. If you're going to grow, you're probably not going to be very comfortable. So you can choose the path of comfort or you can choose the path of growth. If you choose the path of comfort, you know, you're going to continue hanging on to this very slow, stagnant energy, okay? But if you choose to take a risk, then you're going to be leaping into a very expansive future. This is all about expanding your horizons in your future. Some of you are going to choose to do that. Okay, because there is a decision here. And I do see Aries. Some of you guys have a decision to make about Aries. But we have the 10 of Cups here, Capricorn. And again, with the children. Again, this is your inner child. Some of you guys, there are children here where, you know, I'm always interested in what they're eating as the Taurus moon in me. You know, there's like a potato there. So I get a sense that someone watching has went hungry. Like there was something here about hungry children, or maybe when you were a child. I think your childhood is coming up, because that's something I could say, Capricorn. For those of you who don't have children, I'm seeing glimpses of you as a child, and the things that you went without as a child, and why you would want those now for yourself. Or for those of you with children, why you would want to give your child what you didn't have. And for some of you, this is just a happy fucking home. You know, a warm environment. The Ten of Cups, this is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, but it's that water energy. It don't got to be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It's emotional. This is an emotional fulfillment. Feeling complete and blessed in a happy home environment. Like the inner child in you. I just got a Gemini vibe for some of you guys, because there's a boy and a girl there, but you know, this is like having a happy home that you've always wanted since you were a child, feeling emotionally fulfilled, but you're going to have to choose that for yourself, Capricorn. The thing is that, you know, there is a lot of anxiety for some of you guys in relation to a home environment or a family situation. The Ten of Cups is sometimes a relationship. You know, your relationship, you may have to choose between staying comfortable in a relationship or really taking a risk and, you know, expanding your relationships. That's all that Cancer energy in your 7th house with the North Node there. Okay? Some of you guys, you know, you're going to have to choose. Either you have to, I don't know if this home is farther away, if you have to travel, but I'm seeing the Six of Swords here, and there's a child. Some of you guys have taken a child and moved to a happier environment, but you ultimately had to choose that balance for yourself. You had to leave that anxiety in that bed and get up, walk away. Some of you guys have conquered depression this month, and the depression of 2018 that you experienced. So yeah, you're gonna have to choose this emotional happiness for yourself. And I do feel a home environment, lots of anxiety. I think some of you guys are just moving homes, and financial balance is just really important to you guys, which it is to anybody who's moving. Okay, so we do have that message here. I think that's beautiful. The Two of Wands with the Ten of Cups right here, almost at the top of the mountain. And now we've reached the top. And of course, we have the Emperor. We have the Emperor. So there is an Aries at the top of this mountain for some of you guys. If it's not an Aries, this is about you sitting on your throne. Okay, you taking your demons, taking your darkness, and making them your bitch. You know, this Emperor, he is obviously commanding that wolf dog figure. Okay, this is something that doesn't give me a positive vibe, but the good thing about this is that he is now in control. He has conquered certain demons, he or she. For some of you guys, this Emperor is a father figure, or it's about authority. So there is authority at the top of your mountain, Capricorn. Okay, you may need to command something. There may be an Aries influencing this Two of Wands decision. Maybe there's a relationship with an Aries, or maybe your child is an Aries. But we have the Emperor with the Ten of Cups and the Two of Wands at the very top here is authority. All right, you've reached the top of an empire by the end of January, and you know, in the words of Tupac, once you reach the top, all you can do is fall. So my best advice to you, Capricorn, is to really ground yourself, especially when you're in the between this decision of comfort and growth. You know, you guys do have a decision, and I think money is going to influence this decision. And I understand that as an earth sign, you know, your foundation is really important, but Spirit is asking you to just jump off of your foundation. You know, take a risk. Yeah, some of you guys are not really comfortable with this risk because it just fell and it reversed itself. So some of you guys, this new beginning may be declined, and that might be why there's some anxiety. That might be why things slow down. But you have a second opportunity to leave here, get to somewhere better emotionally, which is this beautiful, happy home. But yeah, make sure you're grounding yourself. Look at how grounded this woman is. Okay, we've got a buck back there, a deer. Some of you guys hunt or something like that. Or maybe there's a father figure that hunts. But make sure you're grounding yourself when you're in between, you know, the path of comfort and growth. Because you have a choice. And it has to do with moving. It has to do with emotion, a relationship, family environment, something. But again, this Aries, this Emperor, this father figure, okay, authority at the top of your mountain. And either you may have an Aries moon, you may have an Aries rising, but we all have Aries somewhere in our chart. And I feel like Aries, for some reason, is helping Capricorn climb this mountain, okay? You may have had some obstacles with authority this month, But I see this as you, Capricorn, as a very strong, and you know, Saturn, your ruling planet Saturn is all about father, okay? It's the father energy, and so is Aries, so is the Emperor. So, you know, this may have something to do with a father figure, you know, your father, the father of your kids, some kind of father energy, okay, grandfathers, but this is the father of the tarot. And I feel like that's just you stepping into your authority and, again, really owning your demons. This is what happens when you make it through hell. You know, you throw me to the wolves and I come back leading the pack type of energy. But you have to choose your own authority. You know, you have to take authority, take charge of your empire and what it looks like to you emotionally, Capricorn. What would fulfill you most? Whew. So that was one hell of a mountain. Bottom of the deck is the star card, which is Aquarius. We do have Aquarius here. We have Aries twice. We have Virgo. Okay, those are just the signs I'm seeing immediately. So I think you guys are really waiting on Aquarius season. Aquarius season is what's really going to change everything for you guys. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter. So there's some kind of luck and fortune coming to you guys. Just be careful not to pick, you know, before the fruit is ripe, because this is the Seven of Pentacles here. So, you know, taking a break to see all that has grown, and that's financial. This is your Aquarius second house coming up here, and the Wheel of Fortune is changing all this in Aquarius season. To me, this is a message about everything changing direction in Aquarius season. You know, I'd say pretty well. Now, could be birthday gifts that you guys are opening. Okay, happy birthday again, Capricorn. We don't want to forget that you guys are going through a very special time. Okay, but this is longevity. This is that financial fulfillment that you guys are waiting on. So, you know, Capricorn season may have been a bit trying. You know, there may have been some obstacles, but I feel like Aquarius season is going to restore inspiration to you guys. And for you, Aquarius energy is all about having faith financially, which is an energy that we have here. This is another indication of having faith financially. You know, there may be, you know, some sort of risk, or you may just have to have faith that everything's going to work out financially, okay? And it's all for your better emotional fulfillment. That's what this mountain is all about, getting to the top so that you're in charge. This is also a boss. I just wanted to say that you guys could be definitely climbing the ladder of success, becoming boss figures, becoming authority, especially if you wear a uniform. This is a boss character. You are going to be in control at the end of all this, Capricorn. And it's because of this change that happens in Aquarius season. All right, yes, there's a lot of intuition here with the High Priestess, justice, okay? I don't want to get too far into that, and we'll pick up in February for those energies. But I do want to get to my final message for you guys. I have a new tarot deck that I'm so excited to use. This is the RIZ Oracle deck. It is so beautiful. This is the box here. It's so beautiful, you guys. And the cards are very interesting. So I picked one card for all the signs this month. This is like a magical message, more so for Aquarius season for you guys. But I'm going to read from the book when I'm done, and I cannot wait to use these more in the future. So let's see what you have, Capricorn. Interesting. You have the Heart Eater, and these pictures are really interesting. They're like childlike and fun, so really interesting. The Heart Eater. Now, intuitively, we have the 13. Okay, again, 3 + 1 is 4. This is about your foundation. But the Heart Eater, to me, like, I don't know if this is you or another person, Capricorn, but to me, this is one of the cards that kind of scare me in this deck. There's a few scary cards here. So let's see. And I did want to mention that you guys have the One Who Hides the Sun, which is the absolute scariest card in this deck. I know it's like funny drawings and stuff, but there's energy here depicted, and it's really scary. To me, this really brought up Pluto and the sun, because Pluto is a very dark energy and the sun is about light, and the one who hides the sun in this case is Pluto and Capricorn. Alright, so let's read about the Heart Eater, and then that will conclude your reading. And this is the 13th card. So okay, pretty long message here, but it says, yikes, I know we can't be too excited about running into this character. Yeah, I'll say. But it's possible that this Heart Eater is misunderstood. Aww. She is not here to eat your heart. She eats her own. Okay. In a fit, she knows what she does. In a fit, she knows not what she does. She gets in such a state of uncomfortable feelings and confusion that she destroys her own heart. Let's take a moment to learn a lesson from her. She was so overwhelmed by her feelings of anxiety, discomfort, and loneliness and undirected energy that she turned her rage on herself. Let us all be nice to ourselves and our hearts when we are feeling like our emotions are caving in on us. Our hearts are powerful and can send their healing energy through our whole body, including our mind. Talk to your heart today, out loud or not, and say 3 nice things to it. So Capricorn, that's your homework, to say 3 nice things about your heart. Now this, I just learned something about this card. I've never read about this card. So I'm going to change my perspective here. She doesn't eat your heart. She eats her own heart. So Capricorn, this did mention anxiety, okay? Uncomfortable feelings of confusion. And because of this, okay, you have turned your rage on your own self. So be nicer to yourself. It's interesting that this mentioned anxiety. I think you guys are feeling a lot of the things that I just read about. So, you know, be kind to yourself, Capricorn. And when it comes to all these emotions, remind yourself of the goodness that you have at a heart level, okay? Don't let anybody hide your sun, because the sun is in Capricorn to shine for you guys. There's Capricorn season is till around the 20th, so please focus on your birthday and celebrating even if it's already passed. And get to the top of this mountain so that you're sitting pretty in control. You're calling the shots, okay? You're the decision maker. You're the head executive. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Please contact me for a personal reading if you're interested. Everything's in the description box. And I'm gonna leave it here. And I'll talk to you guys in February.